Eagles are one of the largest and strongest birds in the sky. They are nicknamed birds of prey due to their gracefulness, balanced aggression, and fantastic eyesight. They are extraordinary hunters with extremely impressive wingspan. Also, they stand as a living symbol of freedom, power, and transcendence worldwide. You may hear eagles being vocal from afar and start wondering why the sound persists. That is their mode of communication, usually between parents and their offspring. Surprisingly, the receiver within close range of the bird making the sound can get the message. Being magnificent hunters, eagles attack prey by behaving cunningly in most cases. They spend minutes studying their target and attack when the time is right. They display unusual cunningness by diving toward the sun to deceive the prey before attacking. These birds belong to the Accipitridae family, consisting of different sizes with solid hoeks. Their species are predominant in Africa and Asia. Research shows that over 40 species can be found within the two regions. Other species live in other regions such as Australia, North, South, and Central America. The common one you will find in America is the bald eagle. Another classification grouped these magnificent birds into four: sea-booted, giant forest, and snake eagles. The grouping is based on what they eat, as the booted ones are famous for feeding on birds and small mammals. January 10th is the day specified to save these birds of prey. It is a subtle reminder that the world needs to conserve eagles by preventing them from going into extinction. For example, bald eagles were endangered at some point thanks to the selflessness of some scientists who fought to ensure these vulnerable species remain in existence. These magnificent birds leverage every weapon within their arsenals when hunting prey. They have heavy and powerful beaks, which makes attacking their target seamless. As tiny as they look in the air, eagles don't have predators, further bolstering their boldness. They believe in their solid beak during attacks, considering that it helps them to pick and tear prey into pieces. Once they grab any animal with it, it can't slip off. The animals they hunt include fish, rodents, reptiles, and other small mammals. A fantastic discovery by bird experts is that there is no difference in the size of humans and eagles' eyes. However, what differentiates the bird from humans is its impressive eyesight. The vision of the apex predator is 8 times stronger than humans due to its retina. Apart from the eagle's astonishing eyesight, it can spot prey as far as 3 kilometers away and can see up to 5 colors and detect ultraviolet light. Eagles in confinement live longer than the ones that live in the wild. According to research, the confined ones can live up to 68 years, twice the life expectancy of the free birds. The wild eagles do not live beyond 30 years due to a lack of veterinary care. About 50% of wild birds die before adulthood due to starvation or accidents. Another shocking fact is that these magnificent birds become weak when they become old. That increases the likelihood that they will die of hunger due to their inability to hunt. Unlike some birds that take it upon themselves to teach their young ones, eagles don't do that. They prefer that the eagles learn the hard way. So the parents delay feeding to make the babies feel intense hunger. The assumption is that once the eagle becomes hungry, it will find the motivation to fly. According to experts, it works in many cases. The babies wait for a longer time for the adults to return with food. However, if it's not forthcoming, they try using their wings for the first time to source something to eat. Human relationships and partnerships are understandable because we are advanced beings. More surprising is the collaboration between a male and a female eagle. When they choose to live as husband and wife, they live their lives based on planning. For example, the male's duty is to ensure that the nest never runs out of food. On the other hand, the female remains in the nest to protect and warm the egg for 35 days. That is one of the best partnerships you will see among birds. In addition to the previous fact, eagles stick to a mating partner for the entirety of their existence. If nothing happens to either of them, no one can come between them. They do virtually everything together with excellent parenting history. However, some situations can make the male or female go with another partner. Death or disappearance are the factors that necessitate a change of partner. One must have been away for more than a year for that to happen. Most eagles are good swimmers, especially the bull eagle. They might look awkward while swimming, but their long wings enable them to swim efficiently. An astonishing fact about the bull eagle is that it uses its paw to hold prey while swimming. Eagles usually use their wings to perform breaststroke while bringing their prey to the shore. Their favorite water preys are fish and waterfowl.